Hi there, Manali. My name's Andrew and I'm the essay corrector here at IELTSpodcast.com. Thanks for submitting this trial correction on international marketing. I'll be reading through it today and giving you some suggestions on how well you responded to the task, how well you put the essay together, what sort of, I suppose how appropriate the language used was, and I'll also be providing some grammatical corrections. So my first comment will be on your introduction. So the question asks, it talks about the fact that some people believe that international marketing is invasive and intrusive, and others believe that it is an economical or an affordable, cost-effective method of education in that it spreads languages, ideas, and culture. Now, we've mentioned none of that here. So in our introduction, we must paraphrase the question. We must make sure that we cover every aspect of what we've been asked. So it's good to start with just something like, while some people would opine that international marketing is invasive and intrusive into the countries in question, others believe that it is a valuable form of education in that it spreads languages, ideas, and culture. Personally, I believe that. And then give your opinion, because we need as a minimum to do 3 things in our introduction. We need to cover the entire question, every single point mentioned in the question, but in our own words, give our opinion if it's asked for, and also to briefly outline the ideas that we will use in the body of our essay. And as the introduction is the very first thing that the examiner reads, it's important that all of those criteria are met. But let's just correct the grammar of your introduction for now. So as the world is becoming one enormous local market, I would just say market. Global advertising, I would say it's one of the topmost priorities of companies trying to sell their products or services across the world. Fine. Marketing, I would remove this and this. So we've got marketing internationally helps companies, we don't know which companies, helps companies to achieve their dream. I would use something a little bit more formal, so maybe to succeed. But also, here we've spoken about the dream of a company, and we don't know which company it is, so we can't profess to know the dream of that company. Also, we've finished our introduction by talking about a company becoming a true multinational company, but that is not asked for in the question at all. So be careful and make sure that you respond exactly to the question as it was asked. Here we don't need to use a comma after although. So, and people is plural, so we don't need this S here. Although the people who support local brands perceive international products as a threat to their country's progress and economy, I think what we mean here is, oh no, I can't get that. I can't get the meaning of that. I would use it like this. Although the people who support local brands perceive international products as a threat to their country's progress and economy, the fact that any country don't use contractions in academic writing. Contractions are simply for speaking. Cannot flourish in isolation prevails. Wonderful word. Also, international trade and finance is an important aspect for countries in order to nurture healthy relationships with the rest of the world. Fine, but this does not ask about the importance of international marketing or why it's good for companies. It asks you to... I said this was a discuss both views question, but still, in the question we have 2 clear opinions. International marketing is invasive and intrusive, and international marketing is good for education because it spreads languages, ideas, and culture. So here is the first time that we've mentioned any part of the question. 3 paragraphs in. So my main recommendation for you would be to make sure you cover the full question in your introduction. Also, stick to 2 body paragraphs. This allows you to cover the question, give your opinion, and briefly highlight the ideas that you will use in the 2 body paragraphs. In the 2 body paragraphs, we then use around 4 sentences in each one to introduce an idea, to expand upon that idea, to support that idea with an example from the real world, to show that our thinking is based on evidence, and another sentence usually just to explain how it relates back to the question that we were asked. So apart from the monetary gains that international marketing brings, there are other benefits. We don't need that, such as promoting the language and traditions of one's country in other parts of the world. The way one advertises it would be the way one advertises one's brand. But we could just say, the way a company advertises its brand represents the general morals and values of their country and helps the world to know the distinguishing factors of that country. That's fine because you're talking about the spread of culture, but it would be good to essentially, all of this needs to be condensed into one paragraph that references languages and culture, really, and education. So secondly, for the people who study different cultures and languages, international marketing serves as an additional source of information, which is very much affordable and easily available. Good. You do have a very nice and smooth style of writing, but what you need to work on is the structure of your essay. Short intro, 2 fully developed body paragraphs, short conclusion. Apart from the knowledge gathered from books and internet resources, this gives them an additional idea. Because you've used into, the idea into is not correct. So let's use insight. This gives them additional insight into the beliefs of that country. We don't need that. So howsoever we see global marketing, it is and will remain a strong form of advertising, and it is without any question an important form of exchanging ideas and culture on an international scale. If we love our country's services and products, I think it would be better like that. If we love our country's services and products to be enlisted on a global platform, we should extend that courtesy to other countries as well. Cool. So again, though, we're not asking you to distinguish between which countries should and should not do it. The question, I'm pretty sure they didn't send you the type of question that it was, but this was a discuss both views and give your opinion question. But even if it wasn't, if it was another type of question, I actually can't see how this would answer any of the question types. So pay close attention, study the question, and plan your essay in future, because your writing style and your vocabulary and your grammar is actually quite high scoring, but your task response would be quite low in this example, and your coherence and cohesion may struggle slightly as well, because although the paragraphs do contain a defined idea, they're not fully explored, and they are essentially all on the same topic. And in coherence and cohesion, we are required to use paragraphs appropriately, which means that each one contains a very specific idea, one idea fully explored. So I'll send this over to you now, but if you think you could do with additional corrections in this manner, you can subscribe to our sentence guide course, the link to which is on this very page you are staring at right now. It comes with 8 essay corrections in total, over which time we hope to raise you to above a band 7 at least. I do hope to be seeing some more of your work coming through soon, Manali, but until then, have a great day and goodbye for now.